look, like, you're the problem. Nobody likes this. And it's very clear from you having to retreat into your little ecosphere over on Blue Sky or how you feel you need to try to tear people down and attack people's platforms. Like, it ain't going to fly anymore. Okay. We had KIRSCHE on yesterday, and we learned a lot from that conversation with KIRSCHE. And usually we have a good show where we talk about a bunch of things, just like we do on a day-to-day basis. But with KIRSCHE, she more or less was the news and has been the news for the better part of like 3 weeks. And it all kind of came to a head where after some ridiculous hit pieces on her, she more or less threatened to sue. She had what she called a personal cease and desist, where she just said, look, I don't want her to do this, but I will. She put together this wonderful Google Doc kind of laying everything out. And then Vice, the place that wrote these articles, the publication that wrote them, ended up pulling down all the articles, which, seeing them fold so quick was really, really interesting. So we all kind of thought, well, not that we thought it was over, but it was kind of maybe came to a head until last night. But I would, first and foremost, as you've been following this, Vera, what has been your opinion on all this?
I mean, obviously, my opinion is going to be KIRSCHE is being unfairly targeted, as are a lot of VTubers right now. A lot of the access media is looking for a new target because people like just saying generic gamers hasn't worked. And now it's just VTubers that they're looking at. VTubers who happen to have opinions and make jokes that they don't like and ultimately don't stand for the bullshit agendas that they want to push.
And I think when you speak of like the bullshit agenda, you're right. They don't speak for gamers.
No.
They don't. They speak for this tiny little fraction of people who are extremely insecure and narcissistic, and they make everything about them and not about the group. But KIRSCHE told us that the day before, just as like a fun little thing, she read one of her biggest harassers' fanfics on stream. And in doing so, it was just kind of like a fun little gag. And she was telling me that she only read like a little bit of it. She kind of skipped around. And I, just to kind of put that in perspective, I think it's important once again to pull this up, the idea of what exactly was in this fanfic, just for reference here. We pulled this up earlier in the show, but you can see kind of some of the topics associated with this here and the overview of this. Kyrie's 20th birthday. He's always loved magical girls. His sister, a magical girl herself, decided to offer him a special present that he'll never forget. So, and you can see these different things here, which once again, I don't even think I can say these things on YouTube, right? Without getting demonetized. So KIRSCHE reads this on stream, and wouldn't you know it, KIRSCHE gets banned.
Wow, Twitch being trash again. Who would have thunk it?
She gets a 1-day ban for this right here. And it was pretty amazing to see. And KIRSCHE said, oh, wow, I wonder who could be behind this, especially after that AI slop article put out about how I read Anna Boleyn's fan fiction. Truly a mystery. The harassers cry out as they strike you, right? And she got hit for sexual content. Broadcasting, uploading, soliciting, offering, and linking to pornography or sexual explicit content, or offering or soliciting sexual content or services in exchange for goods, services, or money, including cheers bits, blah, 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 blah. So she got hit for this for reading a fanfic that somebody else wrote, that her harasser wrote. And what you saw is people immediately started celebrating this. And of course, it's some of these people, we actually talked about this yesterday on the show, but this was flagged over here. It says, Mr. DJ Clancy, who is the CEO over at Twitch, our team of investigative courses has found even more proof of the brigading taking down at this very moment. They're celebrating taking down her channel. Could this situation be looked at in detail, please? Could this unfairness be amended? You can kind of see the people here with the brigade.
I mean, I know that it's not a permaban and it's only a 1-day suspension, but it's still 1 day too many. She should have never been suspended in any capacity. If Hassan did that, what would happen to Hassan? Absolutely nothing. And this is the problem with platform holders, whether it ends up being Twitch or even in the video game industry with Valve and also Sony. They are so inconsistent when it comes to using their rules and implementing their terms of service. And then we end up with situations like this where one person would be able to get away with it, but another person ends up getting suspended. I mean, it's total platform abuse.
Oh, 1000%. The hypocrisy is glaring.
Yeah,
for sure. And you can kind of see more, you can see the celebration that these people are having. She still has a fallback. Keep in mind that's just Twitch. She still has YouTube as a fallback. Don't let her toxic shit continue on any website. And they're using the hashtag over here. Once again, I'd just like to remind everybody, KIRSCHE did join Side Scrollers Plus. We will never ban her, or we'll never put any sort of limitations on the things that she says or does on our platform. We are backed by Locals, which is a free speech platform. So even if she does get banned on Twitch, even if she does get banned on YouTube, she will still have Plus to be on. So once again, if you'd like to support her, use the links in the description and chat. Now, this was, you saw KIRSCHE's response to this. And Asmongold was quick to respond to this. So surely this won't call into question all the previous bad actions on Twitch that went unpunished. It's genuinely shocking to me that Twitch executive leadership allow their moderation team to continue to destroy their brand here. This speaks to what you were saying about Vera.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at the kind of string of companies that are really directly behind this, all of them have destroyed their brand because ultimately the only reason why Vice is still alive is because of Disney, because of Disney's $400 million investment in 2019. So the only reason why this hit piece got wrote is because Disney was still funding Vice. So it's just shit funding shit so that these people can continue to do shit.
Well, I don't really know how you can describe this other than shit. Like the way these people are speaking about this as well. Like you see what they're saying. It was celebrate the win while we can, because they know this is like they're gonna lose. Like look at the way they're speaking, and the irony here. It's because she read smut on stream, right? And then like whose smut was it? It's the same person that you stand with. Right? That's right. That person wrote that smut.
Yeah, guys, we can allow women in bathtubs and inflatable pools to hump floaties, but we can't have someone reading words on a screen.
Potentially to children. It's... And
it's always protect the kids until it's, this Twitch streamer like Amaranth can make me so much money, then I don't care about protecting the kids.
Right. Until it's actually about protecting the kids. Right?
Yep.
Now, we mentioned that, obviously KIRSCHE's with us over on Plus now. Of all people, Asmongold actually got back to this, and I wanted to actually show a segment of his stream yesterday when he was speaking about this, because he says something that is profound and I think makes a lot of sense and exactly what we're talking about here. I just want to show this off really fast. We've kind of teased this a little bit, but you've seen, Inception. Let's go. KIRSCHE, you've had brands and games try to distance themselves from you over the last.
You're a weirdo when you get canceled on Blue Sky.
Couple weeks, and that's been pretty fucked up.
Yeah, it's been rough to deal with. It's like,
You know what this reminds me a lot of? It reminds me a lot of the Hogwarts Legacy stuff that happened. And this is the exact same thing.
It makes me upset when someone believes something about me and won't even give me the chance to, explain things. And they're just like, nope. No, it was a unanimous decision, so.
Yeah, they just immediately tell you what to think.
But we're not running from you. We're running with you. And we're very excited to announce that today, just like, obviously you have your GamerSups, affiliate promotion you have with them, which is great.
Yeah, they've been wonderful.
Excellent. Well, we are excited to announce that today For the first time, we're doing something with Side Scrollers Plus that we fully intend on doing moving ahead with a number of different partners. But today we are excited to announce that joining Side Scrollers Plus will be KIRSCHE, which will be very, very excited. We'll have more details about this coming soon. But just like your partnership with GamerSupps or any other affiliate.
And I want to say that this is another example. Do you guys want to know what an example of this is? Or what this is an example of, excuse me? This is an example of winning. And we are going to keep doing this relentlessly until there's none of these people left. This is what's going to happen. We are going to keep pushing. We are going to keep pushing these people off of social media, off of these different random websites, off of their publications, and we're going to completely get rid of them. And it's not because of what they're saying. Well, it is in a way, but it's because of how they say it. It's not enough for them to disagree. They have to lie and make up bullshit and then attack people's sponsors, and they go way too far. Mm-hmm. That's it.
He's not wrong.
No, he's not.
We're going to continue to win. We will continue to win. And it's time. It's time to root this bullshit out. And I think it's really important to continue to root this bullshit out and say, like, look, fuckers, like, you're the problem. Nobody likes this. And it's very clear from you having to retreat into your little ecosphere over on Blue Sky or how you feel you need to try to tear people down and attack people's platforms. Like, it ain't going to fly anymore. And I've said this many, many times. A lot of these people, they never had any pushback to anything growing up. If they never had a grandpa slap on the back of the head, be like, yo, what are you doing? Like, you know, like you're acting a fool. You're being an idiot. And you got a bunch of people who have never been told no their entire life, who are so disgusted at the idea that they're being rejected and that their ideology is being rejected by a bunch of just normal people who are saying enough. We've had enough. But it continues. The wins continue, as not only was Vice forced to pull down the articles, but there were other hit pieces that were put up by an outlet called Stealth Optional. And this is courtesy of Trigger Point over on X, that apparently Stealth Optional also had their article pulled down. So they removed it. Not that it was, yes, good, exactly.
They should have never put it up in the first place.
Blatant hit pieces here.
Yep.
So I was saying yesterday that I feel like, you know, I was like, well, how does it feel to be over? And Kirsche's like, this ain't over, right? And she's the smart one here, because she's over here saying like, nah, like there's no way that this is even close to being done. And you know, just a few hours later, here she is, you know, getting booped off of Twitch. And she said this, you know, she said like, look, this is not going to stop until I'm either off my platform or dead. You know, those were Kirsche's words, not mine. I'm going to see if I can pull up that tweet, but she's not wrong.
No, absolutely not. The people who claim to be the most tolerant are the most intolerant.
It's amazing how that works out.
Yeah.
This has been a consistent theme, and the video game industry is just filled with this nonsense. So, anyways, we'll obviously continue to back KIRSCHE as much as we possibly can over here. She's not in this alone, because we've seen this way too many times, and it's important that these people know, like, you got to shine a light on this bullshit and let them know that you're not welcome. You're not welcome. You know, get your crazy ass psycho fanfics and your weird grape stories and fantasies out of here. We don't want any of that bullshit. Fucking weirdos.
You have to be extremely mentally ill to write something like that.
Yeah. And just the fact that she was banned for reading it really says everything you need to know. Everything you need to know. So